How to talk about yourself in English, huh? Sounds like a minefield of awkward silences waiting to happen.
Totally. It's like, where do you even start without sounding like you're reading off a resume or worse, totally boring everyone?
Exactly. So, is there a secret sauce to this, a way to actually make it engaging, maybe even fun?
Oh, absolutely. It's all about ditching the robotic responses and finding your own voice. Think storytelling, not just listing facts.
Storytelling, interesting. So, how do we turn our mundane lives into captivating narratives?
That's the fun part. We'll unpack some simple tricks to make even the most basic intro sound like a mini adventure.
All right, let's start with the basics. Name, country, job, the usual suspects. How do we spice that up?
Okay, ditch the, hi, I'm so-and-so and I work as a... Instead, try something like, I'm so-and-so currently navigating the wild world of... and then throw in something unexpected about your job. Unexpected, I like it. So instead of, I'm a teacher, it's, I'm a teacher, which basically means I'm a professional negotiator with tiny humans.
Bingo. It's relatable, it's funny, and it gives people something to latch onto. Plus, it shows you don't take yourself too seriously.
What about location? I'm from a feel so flat.
True. Try painting a picture. I'm from a place where the sunsets are legendary and the coffee is strong enough to wake the dead. Boom. Instant intrigue.
Okay, we've nailed the intro. Now comes the dreaded, tell me about your hobbies. How do we avoid the cliche trap?
Ditch the generic, I like reading and watching movies. Dig deeper. What kind of books? What kind of movies? What do you get out of them?
So instead of I like reading, it's I'm obsessed with sci-fi novels that make me question the fabric of reality.
Exactly. And connected to your personality, I'm obsessed with sci-fi novels because I'm a total daydreamer who loves escaping into other worlds.
What about family? That can be a tricky one.
Keep it light and relatable. Instead of listing family members, share a funny anecdote or a quirky tradition. My family has a tradition of wearing matching pajamas on Christmas morning. It's as embarrassing as it sounds.
All right, let's tackle the big one. Sharing your personality, dreams, and future plans. This is where things can get really awkward really fast.
Totally. The key is to be authentic, but also mindful of your audience. You don't want to overshare or come across as arrogant.
So how do we strike that balance?
Focus on your values and what drives you. I'm passionate about sustainability because I believe we have a responsibility to protect our planet for future generations.
That's a great way to frame it. What about dreams and future plans?
Keep it aspirational, but also grounded in reality. I dream of opening my own bakery someday where I can share my love of delicious treats with the world.
So we've got the content down. Now, how do we make it sound natural?
Ditch the textbook phrases and embrace the filler words, like, we're your friends.
Really? I thought those were verbal crutches to be avoided.
In moderation, sure, but they add a natural rhythm to your speech. Also use contractions, I'm instead of I am, it's instead of it is.
Good point. What about slang? Is that a no-go?
It depends on your audience and the context, but a little bit of slang can make you sound more relatable and less like a robot. Just don't overdo it.
So all this is great for casual conversations, but what about more formal situations, like job interviews or presentations?
The key is to adapt your style to the context. You still want to be authentic, but you also need to be professional.
How do we do that?
Focus on your accomplishments and skills, but frame them in a way that's engaging and relatable. In my previous role, I successfully managed a team of 5, which taught me the importance of clear communication and collaboration.
So it's about finding the sweet spot between being yourself and being professional.
Exactly. And remember to tailor your message to the specific audience and situation.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground. What's the best way to put all this into practice?
Practice, practice, practice. Record yourself talking about yourself, and then listen back and identify areas for improvement.
That sounds terrifying.
It is. But it's also incredibly helpful. You can also ask friends or family for feedback.
What kind of feedback should we be looking for?
Ask them if you sound natural, engaging, and authentic. Are you making eye contact? Are you using your voice effectively?
So, what are some common mistakes people make when talking about themselves in English?
Rambling is a big one. Keep your answers concise and to the point. Also, avoid negativity. No one wants to hear you complain about your life.
Good point. What else?
Don't be afraid to show some personality. Let your sense of humor shine through. And most importantly, be yourself.
Easier said than done, right?
Absolutely. But the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become.
So how do we build confidence when talking about ourselves in English?
Start small. Practice with friends or family, and then gradually work your way up to more challenging situations. Remember, everyone makes mistakes. The key is to learn from them and keep practicing.
Any other tips for building confidence?
Focus on your strengths and what you have to offer. Remember, you're unique and interesting, and don't be afraid to let your personality shine through.
So where can people go to learn more about this topic?
There are tons of great resources online, websites, podcasts, YouTube channels, all dedicated to helping people improve their English speaking skills.
Any specific recommendations?
The Speak English with Class YouTube channel, of course, they have tons of great videos on this topic. Also, check out some English language learning podcasts.
So what's the key takeaway here?
Talking about yourself in English doesn't have to be a daunting task. With a little bit of practice and preparation, you can learn to introduce yourself, share your story, and talk about your life with confidence.
Any final words of wisdom?
Be yourself, be authentic, and have fun.
The YouTube video description asks listeners to introduce themselves in 3 sentences in the comments. What's the value in that?
It's a fantastic exercise. It forces you to distill your essence into a concise and engaging format. Plus, it's a great way to connect with other learners and get feedback.
So it's like a mini elevator pitch for your life.
Exactly. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes.
So any final thoughts for our listeners?
Just remember that everyone feels awkward talking about themselves sometimes. The key is to embrace the awkwardness and keep practicing.
Great advice. That was a great discussion.